This old bus is a warrior, Frank. Just like us. I have tried to kill him many times, and he will not die. I have a great respect for that. Okay.
Today, I want to talk about the psychological thriller Bringing Out the Dead, directed by Martin Scorsese. Thelma Schumacher, Scorsese's go-to editor, praised the film initially despite the film's poor box office performance. It's the only one of Scorsese's films that I think hasn't gotten its due. It's a beautiful film, but it was hard for people to take, I think. Unexpected, but I think it's great. She claims that the film was initially mismarketed as a car chase. What had happened was the film was about compassion, and it was sold, I think, as a car chase movie. When I saw the trailer, I said, wait a minute, that's not what this movie's about. So what is this film about? It follows Frank Pierce, a burnt-out EMT on the verge of a nervous breakdown. The toll of people who have lost their lives as he's tried to revive them has been weighing on his soul. The late nights and lack of sleep have caused him to have hallucinations, specifically a homeless woman named Rose who died of a heroin overdose despite his efforts to save her. When talking about the film, Scorsese said, "There's no plot as such, but there's an excitement in the situation of the people and the dark humor that is needed to survive in that world." Noble intentions are crushed in the occupation of a EMT as it slowly becomes the means for a paycheck. It becomes normalized despite your encounters with nightmares on a daily basis. Human nature relies on adaptation no matter how extreme the circumstances are. In Scorsese's words, you have to become like a commando and think of yourself in a war zone. So whatever gets you through to save those people is what you're going to do. The institution of medical emergency services drains all those that are embedded within it on all levels. Frank Pierce and Marcus crash an ambulance, but play it off like it's nothing, which is very telling about their level of detachment. When you're in the emergency field, you still have to cope with your vices despite being devoutly religious, like Marcus suggesting to go creep on street hookers back when that was a thing in Manhattan. The job of an EMT is anything but glamorous, and Scorsese reminds you of this with the reoccurring detail of the EMT workers walking up several flights of stairs and showcasing just the more annoying aspects of the job. The film is a character study, like Taxi Driver and Raging Bull. Instead of De Niro driving a taxi, Nicolas Cage is driving an ambulance truck. Each driver bears witness to the rot of New York City after midnight. Travis Bickle was more subdued in his reaction, whereas Frank Pierce was on the verge of a nervous breakdown. Something about the film being shot mostly at night just amplifies the seediness within the city. The fact that the film is set in Hell's Kitchen is appropriate to the overall tone of the film. Scorsese himself related to the source material, being that he grew up near the Bowery, which had a reputation back in the day for being especially gritty. By the time this film was released, Mayor Giuliani had mostly cleaned up the streets of Hell's Kitchen, so it was important to recreate the grit that was there before. In describing the pace of this film, there are lull moments of spiritual reflection on behalf of Frank Pierce's character that are then interrupted by cries for help over the ambulance radio. There is a noticeable bright overhead light throughout the film, which, if you compare it to the film's theme, it symbolizes the light that one sees before the moment of death. Undercranking was used on the shots where the camera is hoisted on top of the ambulance. It showcases the energy of a city that never sleeps, with streams of light coming from incoming traffic. In talking about the film, Scorsese wrote, "The crux of the story is Frank coming to grips with the idea that he is not God. When he says, 'I'm just a witness,' then this is something that always interested me from the time that I thought about becoming a priest. The greatest enemy that the priest who gives his life to God has to overcome is pride. I've always wanted to tell that story, and this turned out to be it." Despite being in a state of delirious lunacy, this film is about Frank Pierce experiencing the futility of compassion. Talking further about the film, Scorsese wrote, There's always a problem for me with the doctrine of Christianity about love and compassion, and then being told by my family not to go near some of those people because they'll kill you. As mentioned before, Pierce experiences hallucinations from those who he tried to save but simply couldn't, and you can interpret that as they're symbols of his guilt. Towards the end of the film, Pierce speaks to the soul of a body on the verge of death, which is the relief that he's been searching for all throughout the film. Because he always thinks he's at fault for the multiple deaths that he witnesses, a lost soul giving him permission to pull the plug is the catalyst for him to let go. This is confirmed by Rose's face appearing and saying that it's okay, seemingly confirming that she's let him off the hook and that he can no longer feel guilt from this point on. And that's all for me, so thank you again for watching this video. If you can like, share, subscribe. I know that's really cringe to say, but it would really mean the world to me if you did that. You can follow all my socials in the description below, and yeah, see you later.